Thank you.
First of all, thanks for Arti for this opportunity and this talk. It's my pleasure to cooperate with Arti and do this discussion about heritage branding. My experience is firstly in heritage site management, but my master degree and PhD was focused about investing the manifestations of cultural heritage and community as one unit. Plus, they focus to be updated about valorizing the socio-economic context of the community, creating the brand image in the mentality of visitors, and same time to lifelong learning memory of those community members. I have a PhD from Roma Tre in Italy, and I am a founder of Heritage for All initiative, a member of ECOMOS International Cultural Tourism Committee. I have over 8 years in heritage management, visitor management and interpretation, heritage marketing, and sustainable cultural tourism. As interdisciplinary field, multiple disciplines engaged together. So all of these keywords is under one umbrella of heritage management.
Great. Thank you. So, in the previous interview, we have discussed on the relation between integration and collaboration between private and public actor of the local territory, and what the critical issues are in the era of virtual reality, digitalization, and
Okay.
and also the risk of kind of manipulation on creativity and standardization caused by globalization. And finally, then we also explore the relationship between creativity and technological infrastructure, and the root causes of potential risk. In these talks, we will have better to address the topic of valorization of historical heritage and the local territory by taking as a reference the strategy models for valorizing of the meaning of branding cultural heritage. So there are various elements involved in the valorization of that territory with tangible and intangible cultural asset, such as products of local company, artisans of craftsmanship, which when put together can facilitate the understanding of the cultural and identity of a territory. So our first question is to better understand the meaning of cultural heritage branding.
Okay, it's so wide question to answer about what is cultural heritage branding. But I will start from the point you mentioned through your introduction that we here to stop on the point to make a balance between customization and valorization so we can enrich the cultural knowledge and background of visitors and subsequently reach the high respectivity towards cultural diversity. So to explain the expression of cultural heritage branding or heritage branding, we have to see it from multiple perspectives. From which entity use this expression? If it's a company or corporate business, so they will see this heritage branding expression that how to invest in the history of communication with our target customers. If we discuss this expression from urban regeneration, so it will be through how to valorize the value of cultural heritage to create the brand image of the city in order to attract investments.
Yeah.
But here we would like to explain or to re-review for the expression of heritage branding from cultural heritage management and preservation that branding is could be a knife, have two faces, maybe to be negative or positive. So it's the point is not seeking towards branding the heritage site, but the methods. What kind of methods? How we can recognize the consequences of this action, and so on. So here it's better to say a people-based heritage branding, not to say heritage branding. Because if we say just heritage branding, maybe to focus only to brand the tangible heritage or to brand the intangible practices or intangible heritage practices.
Yeah.
Okay? But what we would like to refer is the community in any heritage site is the main point, is the main tool to brand sustainably and in conservative way of the heritage site at the cultural tourism market. We wouldn't like to repeat the same experiment of Venice. Okay, what's the problem if we now review the Venice? Venice, it's a branded heritage site more than to be a branded heritage city.
Yeah.
Okay, the point there that the branding is focused on the cultural heritage buildings and spaces.
Yeah.
Maybe on other side, Binale Venezia, okay, that these festivals and so on. So rebranding the cultural heritage practices. But what about the community? Now we don't have a new ideas or we don't have a placemaking methods in order to represent the real community, or we can say the heritage community of Venice. Okay, so from my point of view, it's people or the local community, or we can say in another heritage sites, the autochthonous community or indigenous community is the domain of branding the cultural heritage site. Why? Because they will be a generator, plus he is owner, the community is owner, and at the same time he is the generator of cultural heritage sites. Okay, that he can give you ideas to reuse adaptively these heritage brandings or urban spaces or the cultural landscapes, and also have the real knowledge to represent or reinterpret this cultural heritage for those visitors, whatever, locally or international visitors.
Clear.
At the same time, they have high ability to diversify the images of this cultural landscape, like projectors. You have the first page, second page, third page. By this way, the visitor will come regularly because he understands and have high perception that this cultural heritage site still have new ideas I didn't try before. Okay?
Yeah.
They have multiple practices which I didn't try before. Okay? Because under this context, the point would not be just to pay tickets and come to a landmark, because the cultural heritage branding in this point, I would like to refer that we wouldn't like to attract the visitors who are usually attracted towards landmark. They would like to come to say, yes, I visited Colosseum, I visited Vatican. No, we would like to attract the visitors who would like to enrich their cultural background. They would like to explore diversified communities, and they have intention from their side to explore the practices and the cultural heritage background of those communities. Okay, they would like to try to live these moments.
Yeah.
By this way, we can engage the method of mutualization inside the heritage branding process easily. Why? Because here the community will explore with the master planning team the kind of ideas and its methods and the strategies which we can offer for this heritage site in the cultural tourism market. By this way, we can attract a real, or we can attract a sustainable cultural tourism process and actions, not mass tourism. Because what's happening with branding nowadays in culture in heritage tourism market is a mass tourism. By the way, it's a cause a high pressure and do a human induced impacts on the materiality of this cultural heritage and the cultural material of those communities, because the community finds themselves expelled out of the heritage context. Okay, but step by step, we find another community is under the expression of investors. So what the aim of those investors? Just money. But with community, we can make this balance, valorization in front of customization, or we can profitability. We can say profitability. Okay, we need this balance. This balance will not be acted without the real community who have the stewardship of this cultural heritage.
Very clear. And in fact, when you were talking, I was thinking about a news from an article that was talking about the Biennale in Venice, and the community was criticizing the fact that the installation of different sculptures across around Venice, and it seems like there is a risk of how to say, distract people or tourists from already the city existing cultural heritage that are also in need of restoration and preservation. So it was connecting your insight with this kind of